In this video, we're going to look at the price movement of Bitcoin because yes, we saw this perfect breakout from the symmetrical triangle exactly as predicted, and I was the one being bullish exactly at the bottom here where everybody and the mother was extremely bearish. I told you we're most probably going to see this pump even higher and that we're not going to see any dump for Bitcoin, and exactly that happened. But we're going to find out, are we going to see this continuation or are we going to see this small retracement before this massive breakout towards the upside? We're going to look at the price target, but wait, we're also going to look at the altcoins and why we could expect this massive altcoin season. But most importantly guys, if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. And welcome back guys. Yes, we saw this bullish breakout towards the upside, and exactly that I posted over in my Telegram group where the price movement saw this breakout from the symmetrical triangle. We saw a fake out towards the upside before we actually got this breakout exactly here where the price movement broke out from the symmetrical triangle, came all the way back down and bounced off from the 50 moving average and also this previous support exactly here. But our stop loss was exactly here guys. I posted this in my free Telegram group and we already reached our price target at the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, which is also in this very important zone in between this upward sloping trend, the yellow line, and also this trend line from way back when. Because yes, if we're going to go on the daily chart, we can perfectly see that the price movement broke this zone exactly here when we turned bearish and formed this lower high exactly here after the ETF approval, and we came all the way back down and perfectly bounced off from the 100 moving average exactly here. And I told you that we're most probably going to reach the 61.8 if we're going to break the 23.6 exactly here, and exactly that happened, and Bitcoin is in this bullish move. We are forming higher lows exactly here above the 38.2, and exactly that gave us the indication that the next price target is going to be the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. But guys, what is going to happen next? Are we going to reach the 78.6? I would expect that we're first of all going to see a small consolidation exactly within this zone, because if we're going to take the fibs from the breakout all the way down here all the way to the swing high, then we at least could expect that the price movement of Bitcoin is consolidating above the 23.6, or we could expect this retest of the 61.8, which is also in total confluence with its previous resistance exactly here at the levels of 43,500 US dollars. But ultimately guys, we could also see this major push towards the upside and reach our next price target, the 78.6. But in this area I would be careful guys, because I could expect some consolidation exactly within this zone. Because if we go over on the daily chart, we can see that this zone has some major resistance. And we are also in this major resistance zone at the moment where we can see a previous rejection exactly here. So ultimately guys, I could expect that we're first of all going to go sideways and that we could expect this pump maybe over the weekend after a small consolidation within this zone. But guys, this is Bitcoin and we could expect this major pump all the way up to the previous highs. But first of all, we're going to look at the long-term perspective of Bitcoin to find out what we could expect before we're going to go over to the altcoins. And yes, I wanted to show you this chart because this is the 2 weeks chart of Bitcoin, and this means that each candlestick represents 2 weeks. And we're going to compare the moves before breaking the previous all-time high. And what is extremely bullish, first of all, we closed above the 61.8 and also the 78.6, exactly that I was showing you on the weekly chart of Bitcoin, that the price movement saw this consolidation exactly above the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, and we got this perfect bounce exactly from these levels. And in the previous cycles we can perfectly see that exactly that happened over here. We saw this perfect bounce from the 61.8 in the previous bull run, before we saw this parabolic run towards the upside, and again in the year 2017 we also saw this perfect bounce and this candle close with a 2 weeks candle above the 61.8, and afterwards we saw this parabolic run towards the upside. So ultimately guys, if we go on the weekly chart, this looks extremely bullish for Bitcoin. Because this weekly candle is extremely bullish guys, and this could be a bullish engulfing candle, and this means if the candle is bigger than the previous ones and engulfing all the previous ones. So yes, this looks absolutely bullish, and I could expect that Bitcoin is going to reach the 50,000 US dollar level, which is also going to be the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level all the way on the weekly chart from the previous high all the way to the low exactly here. This is going to be the next major zone, because we can see that Bitcoin tested the zone exactly here from the ETF approval. So ultimately it is going to be the next major move if Bitcoin is going to break the 50,000 US dollars, and that this will act as support maybe all the way to the Bitcoin halving, and that we're going to see this parabolic run after the Bitcoin halving. So yes guys, ultimately it's extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and I would dollar cost average because I don't think we're going to see any lower prices. Yes, maybe we're going to come above the 50,000 and see this retracement all the way back down to the 13 moving average and come all the way back into the zone. But like I told you in previous videos, I don't expect that Bitcoin is going to trade underneath the 40,000 US dollars. Maybe we're going to see a fast move, but this is going to be my ultimate bearish case for Bitcoin. This major support round about the 33,000 US dollars all the way to 31,000 US dollars. But guys, now we're going to look at some altcoins. But if you like this update, smash up the like button and subscribe. And before we're going to go over to the altcoins, we're going to look at this chart, because yes, this is the accumulation schematic, the Wyckoff event in phases, and we can see exactly here, this is the total 3 market cap, and we can see that the total 3 market cap has been going sideways within the bear market, where Bitcoin saw this major push towards the upside. This was a major accumulation phase for the altcoins and a sideways move, and afterwards we saw this first pump for the altcoins and the total 3 market cap, and at the moment we are consolidating above this major W that we've been talking about on the total 3 market cap. And I told you, if we're going to get this breakout from this level and reach all the way the next previous resistance, that we could expect this major pump for the altcoins. Exactly that is happening, because we can see on the weekly chart this is looking extremely bullish for the total 3 market cap. So ultimately guys, we could expect a major altcoin season, and we're going to look at some altcoins. First of all, we're going to look at Mantis, because yes, we saw this major dump from the previous highs of around about $3.80, and at the moment we can see that the price movement came all the way back down to this previous consolidation and also this major support box where I gave you the spot entry exactly here, and at the moment we can see we perfectly formed this double bottom, this major W, and I could expect this breakout sooner than later with the first price target, the 61.8. But ultimately guys, this is a new coin, so I could expect that Manta is going to see this major push towards the upside and form a new high round about the levels of $5 US, if we're going to see that the total market cap is going to break out from the zone and reach the next major level. So ultimately this is going to be a great accumulation phase. So let's go over to the next coin, Solana. Yes, the Solana network was down for a few hours exactly here, but guys, this didn't change anything, because yes, Solana is very fast. And yes, maybe it goes down sometimes, but ultimately guys, you don't want to use a chain like Ethereum, which has like so high gas fees. So ultimately guys, the people are going to support Solana, and I could expect that we are going to break back above this major support and this major trend line exactly at the levels of $106 US and break this previous resistance exactly here. And we could expect the price pump for Solana all the way up to the previous highs. This would be a pump all the way up to the previous high of 24%. So yes guys, ultimately I would accumulate Solana overall for the long term, because I could expect that Solana is going to see this major push towards the upside within the bull market. And talking about a major push, let's look at Celestia. Exactly here, I told you that we could expect this breakout exactly from these levels, but as for Bitcoin, we saw this consolidation before the breakout, but this would have been an awesome trade exactly here when we broke the levels of $17 US and we came all the way up to the $19 US. So this is going to be the previous resistance round about the $20 US. But ultimately guys, if we're going to break this level, TIA is going to be in price discovery mode, and we're just going to find out which target we could reach by dragging the Fibonacci retracement levels all the way from the previous high all the way to the low, and then we're going to look at the next price target that we could reach. This would be round about the levels of the 1.618, which is the $25 US level, and this would be a pump all the way from the price movement all the way to the target of 29%. So ultimately guys, TIA is a great project, and I could expect some further moves towards the upside. But ultimately guys, the bull run is only getting started, and we're going to accumulate these coins for the long term, because if we're going to look at Link on the weekly chart, guys, this is going to see a major push towards the upside, because as for the total 3 market cap, we had this major resistance, the 61.8, and we could expect this fast move towards the upside all the way to the 78.6 and even the 88.6 being the previous high, if we're going to see the total 3 market cap see this major push towards the upside, because yes, the altcoin season is here and we could expect that altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. So guys, yes, if you always want to stay up to date, make sure to go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group where I post all of my trades and I always keep you up to date. And guys, if you want to trade all of these moves, make sure to sign up to BITFLEX, Bybit or OKX where you receive a major deposit bonus. And guys, if you want to earn passive income, make sure to watch my tutorial and a step-by-step guide how to sign up to the FOREX copy trading group, because yes, in the previous performance we made 1570% in only 8 months with a minimum investment of $100. So if you want to take part, guys, make sure to watch this video, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.